Welcome! I'm going to show you how to edit the Gourmet Cupcake Mockup in Photopea. First go to photopea.com in any web browser, photopea.com. I'm using Google Chrome just because it worked a little faster than Safari. So if you're having any trouble with your web browser, you might want to check out Google Chrome. Once Photopea is loaded, just double click on Open from Computer and find the mockup on your computer. Then it's going to load for a few seconds, and once it does, we're going to be doing a lot of the work in this handy layers panel right here. So if you don't see the layers panel, go to Window, Layers to bring it up. And then to add your design to the topper, just click the arrow next to any of the cupcake layers, and that'll expand the layer group, and then click the arrow next to topper. Then double click the thumbnail icon in the Design-Topper layer, and that'll open up the Smart Object where you can copy and paste your design. Then go to File, Open, and find your design. And then go to Select All, and then Edit, Copy, and click back on the Smart Object tab, and go to Edit, Paste. Then if you need to resize it, you can just hold down the Shift key to keep it proportional and just click and drag any one of the four corners. And when you're done, just go to File, Save Smart Object, and it'll let you know when that's updated. Then you can just click the X to close the Smart Object tab and close your original graphics. And then you'll see it put the design right on the topper just like that. And then we can do that in the other two cupcakes too. We'll click the arrow next to left cupcake, then the arrow next to topper, and then double click the thumbnail icon. And since we already copied it, we can just go to Edit, Paste. And we'll resize that by holding on the Shift key and just clicking and dragging a little bit. We'll go to File, Save Smart Object, and once this is updated, we'll close it. And we'll do the same thing with the right cupcake. Double clicking the thumbnail icon in the Design-Topper layer. Going to Edit, Paste. We'll hold down the Shift key and resize it a little bit. We'll go to File, Save Smart Object. We'll close the Smart Object tab. And now it's on all three toppers. If your design isn't circular and you don't need the topper, just click the eye icon next to the topper layers to turn them off. And you could just copy and paste your design right on the toothpicks. To do that, go to File, Open, then find your design, and then just go to Select All, then Edit, Copy, click back on the mockup, and go to Edit, Paste. And it'll paste it right in the mockup. You might want to drag this new layer to the top of the Layers panel. And then just click and drag it into place. And you're going to want to duplicate it a couple of times. So we'll just click on the layer and drag it to this page icon at the bottom of the Layers panel. And that'll duplicate it. We'll click and drag the copy into place. And we'll drag it onto the page icon again. Click and drag the second copy into place. Now we've got our topper on all three toothpicks. If you don't need the toothpick, if your design goes right on top of the cupcake, you can just click the eye icons in the toothpick layers and just click and drag your topper design into place. If you want to change the color of the frosting, you can change both the color of the frosting and the cupcake with this mock-up. So just click the arrow in any of the 3 cupcake layers to expand them. And then click the arrow in the cupcake layer to expand that. And you'll see a frosting and a cupcake layer inside that. If you click the arrow next to frosting, you'll see a layer that says Color Dash Frosting. You double click the thumbnail icon on the Color Dash Frosting layer, it should open up the color picker. If it doesn't, if it opens up the Properties panel instead, then make sure the Layer tab is selected and then double click the Color Fill box and that'll open up the color picker. Once the color picker opens, you can just click anywhere in the rainbow slider to select a color, and then you can click and drag inside this gradiated box to change the lightness and darkness of that color. If you want to copy and paste that color into the other 2 cupcakes, you can just click in this box next to hex and then just drag to select the number and press Command C to copy on a Mac or Control C on a PC and click OK. And just go into the other 2 cupcakes, expand the cupcake group, expand the other cupcake group, expand the frosting group, and then double click on the thumbnail icon on the color layer. And then click in the hex box and drag to select the number and press Command V to paste on a Mac or Control V on a PC. And we can do the same thing with the right cupcake. Alright, we'll double click the thumbnail icon on the Color Dash Frosting layer again, select the number in the hex box, and press Command V or Control V to copy the color number. And we've now changed the frosting on all 3 cupcakes. You can also click the arrow next to this cupcake layer to expand that, and you'll see you have a layer named Color Dash Cupcake where you can change the color to any solid color. Maybe you have interesting colored cupcakes if you use food coloring. Or you can use one of the pre-built colors. So if you click the eye icon next to pre-built colors to turn it on, and click the arrow to expand the pre-built colors layer group, you'll see there's gold, chocolate, and red raspberry. So you can just click the eye icons on and off for those layers. I recommend having only 1 layer turned on. Otherwise you can get a little bit of a halo effect around the edges of the cupcake. And you could do the same thing for all 3 cupcakes. You could have a lot of very different looking mock-ups with all sorts of different colors for all your different designs. Depending on which mock-up you purchased, you can also change the backgrounds just by clicking the arrow next to the backgrounds layer group and then clicking the eye icons to toggle through the backgrounds. You can change the shadows under the cupcakes by clicking the arrow next to the shadows under cupcake layer group, clicking on any of the shadows, and clicking the down arrow next to opacity and maybe dragging the slider to the left to make the shadows more subtle if you want to. And that's all there is to editing the Gourmet Cupcake Mockup in Photopea. When you're done, you can just go to File, Export as a JPEG to save a JPEG for a thumbnail for websites like Etsy. And once you save a JPEG, you could also come back here a second time and go to File, Save as PSD to save a layered PSD with your design. Please let me know if you have any questions by messaging me at melissabmockups.com. And don't forget to like and subscribe so you get updates to future videos. And as always, this mockup and other mockups are available at melissabmockups.com. Thank you.